West Coast Conference Tournament is underway, and tonight we are hearing from Gonzaga and WSU's women's basketball teams.
Following a calm weekend, rain and snow return to the forecast this week, along with some much cooler temperatures.
This is heartbreaking to me.
Efforts are underway to help Spokanimal rebuild after a fire killed several animals and destroyed their quarantine facility.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. Washington Attorney General Nick Brown is now suing Adams County for not following the state's Keep Washington Working Act.
It all has to do with immigration enforcement. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy in the newsroom tonight to break down the lawsuit and how both sides are reacting tonight.
State Attorney's General Office filed the lawsuit. The AG's office say the county is violating the Keep Washington Working Act, which is an act of state law passed in 2019. It requires the rights of all state residents be protected by restricting the role local law enforcement has on federal immigration laws. The state is saying Adams County, specifically the sheriff's office, violated the law. Court documents say the state says for the past 2 years, Adams County deputies have engaged in incidents where they have shared private information with federal immigration agencies and have detained people based only on their immigration status. Documents go on to say State Attorney General Nick Brown has attempted to resolve these issues, but says Adams County is claiming the Keep Washington Working Act conflicts with current federal immigration laws after the inauguration of President Donald Trump. The county also says they are aligning with America First Legal, which is a group opposing sanctuary policies. Adams County Sheriff Wagner released a statement on the matter, saying in part, "Our deputies take an oath to protect our communities from criminal activity, regardless of where it originates. The claim that we are engaging in illegal federal immigration enforcement misrepresents the reality of law enforcement in Adams County." Washington State Attorney General Nick Brown released a statement as well, saying in part, after the inauguration of Donald Trump, the county and its sheriff's office suddenly hardened their stance, broke off settlement talks, and aligned themselves with an organization founded by a top Trump aide who is among the most virulent anti-immigrant voices in the administration. The lawsuit seeks injunctive and declaratory relief to compel Adams County to comply with the law. We're still working to speak with the state on the matter. We reached out to Adams County Sheriff's Office for comment, but have not heard back. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Thank you very much. Well, tonight we are continuing to follow the aftermath of a fire that killed 3 puppies at a Spokane animal shelter over the weekend.
KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy is live now with what's next for the shelter staff and a crucial part of their work of saving animals. Shannon?
Spokanimal's quarantine trailer was gutted during Saturday's fire. You can't readily see the damage from outside, but just take a look inside. This is the building where staffers worked around the clock to care for sick animals. So that's why they hope that they can get this back up and running quickly.
This is where we put all of our sick animals that need the care, you know, so it's really, really important to us.
Dory Peck and Spokanimal aren't slowing down. She says they can't afford to.
It's a pretty critical component of what we do.
A fire ravaged the inside of the shelter's quarantine trailer Saturday. Unfortunately, 3 puppies inside couldn't be saved.
This is heartbreaking to me.
Peck says the trailer's sometimes full of sick cats and dogs. They just moved 30 cats out before the fire. From ringworm to parvo, staffers work around the clock, saving lives and keeping disease from spreading.
We take shifts, so in and out of the trailer at all times, day and night. Yes, we take care of them.
In between those shifts, Peck says, a charging speaker caught fire.
It was very evident, yeah.
It's also clear they need to get back up and running. Peck says this week staff and volunteers will start gutting the charred trailer down to the studs.
This has been a lifesaver. We've had hundreds, thousands probably of animals come through this trailer.
It could take a month or more to rebuild the interior and roof, but they can't afford to wait.
We'll get it done.
So Peck says that they're also going to install smart smoke alarms, which will actually send an alert right to their phone in case anything like this happens again. And all of this rebuild will be funded through donations. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. And if you would like to donate to Spokanimal to help rebuild, just text the word RESCUE to 509-448-2000. We'll send that link directly to your phone.
We are still several months away from summer, but local firefighters were busy with 2 brush fires over the weekend. Washington DNR says these fires are not necessarily a sign of an early season or a sign that it will be especially bad this year. Spokane County Fire District 8 says one fire burned on Sunday near South Beaumont Road in Spokane Valley. Firefighters were able to contain it to less than 3 acres.
And crews also battled this 3-acre fire in Stevens County yesterday. It burned at the National Park Service Hunters Campground, which is right along the Columbia River near the small community of Hunters. Firefighters put it out quickly with no significant damage to the park. No word yet on what started this fire. DNR, though, is reminding people low risk of fire doesn't mean no risk of fire.
All right, let's take a quick break from the headlines to talk weather on this Monday night. Pretty nice day overall with some filtered sunshine.
Yeah, it was still sunshine. We'll take it. Let's now talk to our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo.
Next couple of days, filtered sunshine seems to be about the extent of it, but temperatures look to stay every bit as mild as they did today. Right now we sit, let's go back and grab a different graphic. Some of the graphics look the same at the start, so let's try this again. Right now we sit at 46 degrees with clouds taking over, and believe it or not, we still have, another hour and 42 minutes of daylight. Holy cow, talking is tough on a Monday. Dew point of 19 means we have a very dry atmosphere. That is the point I wanted to get to from the start there. We don't have much, but what we do have is cloud cover. Remember that ridge of high pressure we talked about? We're still trying to break it down, and eventually it does. It looks like tomorrow we'll just see a little more cloud cover, maybe a little bit of early day activity up in the mountains, but for the most part, things remain pretty calm. Then we wind up seeing more widespread showers return to the forecast starting Wednesday. Wednesday looks to be a soggy one, and it takes us through a rather soggy stretch into Wednesday evening, and then the chance of rain stays in the forecast. But despite that chance of rain being in the forecast, temperatures stay pretty mild. 48 tomorrow, 48 and rain on Wednesday, 47 on Thursday, and then this weekend it looks like the chance of snow returns to the forecast, but right now I would say there's not much to worry about.
When they call 911, they're going to see officers respond that much quicker.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office made 45 new hires over the past year, a record for the agency. Coming up, we'll break down what this means for the growing community.
Also coming up, the Gonzaga women came into the WCC tournament as the #1 seed. We'll let you know how they finished when we come back.